I was going to say men there, but for all humans, because it forces you to then feel. And I think that's where we all have the same addiction on some level, that insert coping mechanism, it's to not feel. It's just a numbing agent.
Yep.
So we're all addicted to not feeling. I like to think it. So I get it and I understand it. But what's coming up more from men in my space just now, to your point, like, I have been going through that. And I'm saying, bro, you can't biohack your trauma.
Biohack.
You can't ChatGPT your trauma away. I'm sorry.
That's the new thing.
I'm sorry to break it to you, mate, but I'm saying this from love. Like, you're going to have to feel it. Eventually, you run out of modalities. You run out of reliving the high of breathwork, soulify, plant medicine, conversation with Theo over coffee, whatever it may be. Eventually, there's going to be that coming down. And if you don't like who you are, which I believe is like underneath all of it, it's going to be shown to you. And like, plant medicine is, I don't like calling it that. I was like, the great teachers. They're going to teach you, and it's going to be a beautiful moment of putting an apple on the desk and sitting there and having fun and play, if that's how you treat yourself before it. Now, there might be other things that you're due to see, but I think, in my experience at least, the preparation and the reverence that you give towards it before is the law of reciprocity. You get more of that. But if you're looking for a quick fix, then your teacher's going to give you a harsh lesson.
It's going to be very harsh.
It's going to be detention. It's going to be detention, bro. And I think how you hold that, mate, but still doing it with love, and again, that healthy masculine of, like, here, you don't need to do it with me. I'm not attached. If you do it with me, this is how we do it. Because this is how it's going to love you at a high level till you receive it. It's going to crack that heart of yours open. So let me meet you with that now. The shield and the wall isn't going to serve you. So I think how you do that is amazing, and it's good that you've had good teachers. And again, like, we're showing both sides of this here. By no means am I just saying that everyone in the plant medicine space is fucked. It's not what we're getting at, but for the most part, it usually goes breathwork, tantra, plant medicine. I
like that.
They kind of just, whatever's the flavour of the month just now.
Tantra is a podcast by itself.
For sure, man. So again, we're bringing light to me. What is most dark about it is pretending that it's just one-sidedness. It can be. I'm even saying soulify. The only thing I know is that I don't know how this is going to be for you. You could melt away into sacred geometry as if this is a plant medicine thing. You could get uncomfortable memories from childhood that you didn't even know was there, that are so suppressed. You might go into past lives or see insights to your parents. You might get downloads in your purpose. You might get see your future partner. I don't know. You might just laugh like a hyena. And you might cry and shake and the body's just...
You may even have orgasms.
I see that. And it was a question I got from a girl. It reminded me of the Friend. Do you ever watch the sitcom Friends?
Yeah.
And there's one, Rachel says to Joey, she said, I was feeling kind of sexually charged. He goes, is that college talk for horny? And I had this woman, she was saying, I was feeling kind of like a lot of energy, like in like my root. And I was like, okay. And then she was dancing around it, and I went, did you feel turned on? And she's like, yeah. And I said, right, it's not about what you felt, what you didn't feel. I went, look at what's happening now. I said, what's it bringing up? I said, is it shame around sexuality? I said, has there anything, you don't need to answer this. Has there anything happened? Or maybe you don't know if anything happened, but you just don't fully feel safe to be expressive in that part. I said, so when we're talking about the root, which is all about security, I said, and then sacral, about creativity, which creates life, especially for a woman as a woman. I said, and I'm reading this from a book. I mean, I don't have the lived experience, but I've read a lot, and I've tried my best to understand. I said, but I'm not going to pretend I know what that's like. But in terms of energetics, I understand that. I said, so if that part of you has been shut down, I said, it's just coming back online. I said, you're just going to have to feel something. I said, if you've been so numb there, I said, what's sexual intimacy and relationships been like for you with past partners or with your current partner if you got that? And she's like that. I feel like I need to do it to be a good partner, but I don't really enjoy it. And I said, right, so it's do you perform for him, or do you just kind of lie there numb, or do you go between both? She said both. I said, but so you're performing for him, or the performance gets too much that you just go, oh, when is this going to be over? And you feel totally disconnected from the body.
Checking out, yeah.
I was like, so maybe it's just about bringing the body back online again.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I think the shame that you're feeling around it, or the confusion, I said, how I think that's a good thing. I said that you're just feeling something, and you're feeling what you need to feel. I said, however, the shadow I'm seeing for this side, for the suppressed shadow of femininity, and it has now went into hyper promiscuity.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so the fact that you're a little bit coy, and I was like, there's a reverence to yourself and to your tempo and what that represents. I said, for me as a man, that's a nice thing. That's a good thing. You're not going from, oh, shut down, to then
Completely the other side.
What did he call that? Like in my whole season, like that. Like,
yeah.
You wouldn't stand for that if a man called you that. I mean, but do you not see the energetics of like giving an invitation for men to then speak to you like that, because that's how you talk to yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that that's just coming back online, I think, is amazing. I said, you're just feeling something. What shame do you feel regards that? I said, and who did you learn that from? And then she burst into tears, and she said, well, my mum was actually hyper Catholic, and she actually
Religion.
but she says the paradox is she had my sister when she was 16, before wedlock. So she went against everything that was taught to her for her parents. There was a lot of shame. I said, oh, what did she have? She's like, shame. I said, so. And she went, oh, fuck. I said, so is it yours? And she said, no, I've been carrying my mum's sexual shame this whole time. And I've been scared to receive love. So I just check out. And I think that, to me, is the art of teaching healing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most fulfilled experience from my side. I don't know if you get that. It's like when you just ask questions, it'll just create space where they can go in and they answer it themselves, and you just see the penny drop on them like that. And then of course they go, oh, thank you. So I was like, no, thank you. I just get to witness that. I never did anything. What has been, sorry, because that was a massive segue, but great question.
No, it's a good example, like what you brought up. Yeah.
What's been your favourite breakthrough that you've got to bear witness to through our plant medicine journey for a client?
Oh, there's so many.
I can imagine.
There's so many. No, actually, like you bringing up that example now, because I have been working with women for the past 6 years, and naturally I started attracting like women with very deep sexual trauma. So I had the opportunity to witness the feminine in all its chaos and messiness, and actually like being the one that provide the safety for them to go there. So I understand, like, you know, that has been the case for you. It's part why I actually like enjoy so much working with women. Yeah. Because I do, obviously, like women have not been feeling safe for so long, and actually witnessing that, you know, which you know, it's not about, we're not healing them, we're just creating the space for them and allowing them basically to feel safe, to feel what they need to feel, to confront what they need to confront, and then give them the space basically to be and understand that there's nothing wrong with them. So for me, that experiencing of actually seeing the feminine in all the shapes and forms and expressions, and it actually allowed me to also see that within myself.
Beautiful, bro.
The energy within me. That's the thing. So I have been learning so much for all this time, like through working with women, and then the past, especially 1.5 to 2 years, this is where my own work with myself actually was focused. It was so much around like shadow work and also like healing basically the feminine wounds, the feminine energy, and also the mother wound, you know. And through that, you know, like it comes to this, which is very, very important, like because you mentioned Carl Jung. You know, he talked about the anima and animus, and this is something very important, like for both men and women. They need to understand that they have to connect with the opposite energy. Yeah. So for women, their animus and the actual like masculine energy, but for us, the feminine and the anima, which is the feminine. Like as a man, if you don't connect with that and you don't experience like that inner union, so you can properly integrate both energies, you're not going to be able to connect with your soul. And that's why it's such an important thing, slowing down and actually softening inside your body. It's seeing actually men also on the flip side for the first time actually feeling themselves. Like I've seen like I mean hundreds of men in my space, in my table specifically, coming back after like we finish a session, and they just look their hands and their feet, and they're trying to get up, and they're like, oh, I've never been in my body. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
And it's always like, yes, I